Alrighty guys, it has been a total of 8 days actually since we started this wine. Technically 6 since the fermenting part started, but we started it last Saturday and it's now Sunday. As you can see, the airlock is still active, just a little slower than it was in those first couple of days that we added the yeast. Hey guys, in the basement, 5 days after racking into the secondary fermenter, here's the banana wine. It looks very different. We are getting quite a bit of sediment at the bottom, and the wine is starting to really take on a nice butterscotch appearance because it's starting to, a lot of that sediment is going to the bottom of the carboy and it's starting to take on a more clarified appearance. While I'm at it, I might as well just take a peek at the airlock activity. I think that a lot of fermentation happened over the past 5 days since we've racked it into the secondary fermenter, and it was bubbling pretty actively even yesterday. So or maybe that was Wednesday, but it's Friday now. We racked into the secondary fermenter on Sunday, so we finally got a bubble, and it was about, I'd been looking at it for about 60 seconds. So fermentation slowed down quite a bit. A lot of it is complete, I think. May want to rack off that sediment before 2 weeks is up. 2 weeks is usually a standard time frame that I operate on, but I think we'll be ready for racking before then. Hey guys, welcome back. It's been 6 days, I believe, since we racked into our secondary fermenter, our carboy here. And the banana wine has changed so much since that time. The airlock activity has slowed down, a lot less bubbles. In fact, I haven't seen one in a while. And a ton of sediment has settled to the bottom, which is great. I gotta hurry because I have guests coming over for dinner. It's Saturday night, so they're gonna be here in about half an hour. Fortunately, I have sanitizing solution all ready to go in my primary fermenter bucket that I just have metabisulfite solution in. I'm gonna go get my other carboy that I have, sanitize that, and get to racking. Okay, so check out my setup. That's the carboy we're going into, and I just got it set up down beneath the carboy, the banana wine, and over here is where my sanitizing solution is. We also need to check the specific gravity. Alrighty, consider yourself sanitized, carboy. There's some bubbles, like residue. Try to get most of them out, but I'm not too worried about it. Just messing around here getting my stuff sanitized. Don't mind me. Taking off the airlock. Let's go for our sample. Wow, it's really clarified a lot. It smells very sweet. Now, an SG reading at this stage isn't really necessary. It's just, you know, anytime I'm handling the wine, it seems like a good opportunity to take the SG. Excuse me, please. Okay. Jesus, how rude. There's a meniscus forming. Don't let it trick you. So I'm gonna go with 0.988 as my SG today. It's gone basically almost 2 past the 0% potential alcohol. So we'll factor that into our alcohol calc. So yeah. That is quite dry, if I say so myself. Okay, I'm gonna put my sample back in the carboy. And now let's get to racking our beautiful wine. There's a lot of fruit flies around, so gotta make this snappy. And you can see all of the sediment there at the bottom. See all that sediment? Okay, I'm gonna cut it there. Okay, here we are. The wine comes to about here. So I'm gonna actually make up the difference with some just regular old filtered water. I'm gonna sanitize whatever I used to get the water in here, then fit with an airlock. Hopefully this goes okay. This opening is quite small. Luckily we're in the basement. Alrighty. I feel comfortable with that amount of water. Alright, this is all set for a very long time. Now I feel, oh, wow. Now I feel better about going out of town. I'm gonna be traveling a lot in the coming months, so it's nice that this is off the sediment and can just be left to its own devices to clear over time. I'll probably rack again in about a month, or, you know, sooner, because I tend to change my mind. But this is good for a while. So here's my sample. There's actually a couple fruit flies in there. They love this wine. So I calculated the with the SG change, the alcohol content is 14.7%, and tasting it now, it tastes very alcoholic. So I don't feel too bad about making up a lot of the headspace with water, because that was a really intense alcohol content. I'm comfortable with bringing it down a hair, and I'm sure some of the taste of alcohol taste that I'm getting is probably also just having to do with the wine being young, and I might be kind of like feeling like it's more alcoholic than it might be. I mean, it's up there, but it's not. I think there's an added sharpness that comes off as alcohol content taste, but it's actually just a newer wine taste. So anyway, we'll just see how it hits us when it ages a little bit more and finishes off. But at this point, I'm just gonna let it rest for a little bit while I'm traveling, and then when I get back, we'll rack again and clarify, because I'm sure there's gonna be some new sediment in a couple of weeks. And so the next step is, though, clarifying the wine with a fining agent. I think I'm gonna probably keep it on the dry side when I decide to bottle, but we'll see how it goes, so stay tuned.